In America, there are actually 23 million Americans who work for governments. And I think that they should be happy campers. I think that they should be empowered.
Meet Ted Gaebler, City Manager of Rancho Cordova, California, proponent of the three-legged stool theory, and a firm believer in using an entrepreneurial spirit to transform the public sector.
Many city managers have asked me how we can be, as an industry, entrepreneurial. The real trick is to take existing revenues, existing resources, and redeploy them each year in a way that is more productive, more satisfying, in fact innovative, for services that might be provided to citizens.
Local governments on average have a 19% approval rating. Gaebler knows that needs to change and holds himself accountable through a city mandate.
I have an employment agreement that is filled with things that the council and I mutually promise to do for the citizens of our community.
Change is possible. City managers just have to take the lead.
If managers would invest in their employees in a really sincere way and mine the minds of their existing employees and foster the wonderful creative ideas that come from people who have chosen public service, our governments in America will be better.
The Office of New Ideas is a place for employees, businesses, and our residents to be able to present their ideas. We have our finance director there, we have the city manager there, and we're able to stop a lot of the bureaucratic type of procedures that are in place for typical governments. And we're able to make things quickly happen because we have the right players in the room.
We find that our employees get very excited about coming up with new ideas. Our stock certificate program is a real good example of walking the talk for entrepreneurial thinking. We think that it's important that the city staff have the opportunity to feel like owners and be rewarded. It's similar to what they do in the private sector, and that's unusual in government.
One of my great joys of being a city manager is I get a chance to work with some really talented people who are city employees. And I have learned long ago that if we empower them, if we train them, if we push them just a little bit beyond what they think their capabilities are, that we get wonderful results and a huge boost in morale and a great culture that's very creative.
That creative environment is producing results. Rancho Cordova has been in the black for all 8 years of Gaebler's tenure.
We believe when talking about city finances, it's important to put an emphasis on results rather than on budgets. Corporate America focuses on results, net income, earnings per share, but governments have a tendency to focus on budgets, which are really quite nebulous. Rancho Cordova's annual corporate report is actually an event, not a report. We collaborate with the Chamber of Commerce to put on a full-day event each February.
On the day that the city has their corporate report event, we also at the Chamber of Commerce have a breakfast event, which includes major economists, local real estate experts that give the local chamber members and employers in the community an idea of what's going on locally right before they get their city report.
The Chamber of Commerce and the city government make up 2 legs of Gaebler's three-legged stool theory. The Cordova Community Council balances that stool.
The Cordova Community Council represents nonprofits in the community, and by nonprofits, that can include a Boy Scout troop, Rotary, or Kiwanis, a church on the corner. We work with all the volunteer-driven groups in the community. One of the great evolutions happening in our town is we used to be an Air Force town. When that Air Force base closed, instead of just forgetting about it, we have taken that wonderful asset and we are reusing it and reinventing it in some fabulous ways. Once a year, it's the home of the California Capitol Air Show, and 1,000 volunteers from our community go out there every year. They volunteer, and it gives back to the community in other ways.
If anyone wants to learn more about what we're doing here in Rancho Cordova to empower our employees, work better with our city council, put money in the bank, redeploy our resources, look at our website, call us, come visit us. We're delighted to show what we're doing that I think is significantly different than many city governments in America.